Hey, this is Wang here, and in this video, I want to introduce you to a new, very exciting concept called an opt-in URL. And I will show you why this is going to be a very powerful tool to use in your online marketing in 2018 and years to come. So, what is an opt-in URL? Before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about an opt-in form. So, if you are an online marketer, if you do marketing, you probably have a lot of opt-in forms on your website. Okay, the opt-in form has been the traditional way for you to collect leads on your website, for you to turn visitors into email subscribers on your website. You probably have several opt-in forms on your website: exit opt-in form, sidebar opt-in form, in article opt-in form, you name it. A lot of ways, a lot of types of opt-in forms for you to collect leads. Okay, so the opt-in form is very popular, but there are some problems with it. Okay, first of all, it needs to be put on the website and landing page that you own. So think about it for a second, right? Where does your brand exist? Is it only on your website, or is it on several online properties such as your Facebook page, such as your Instagram profile, such as your YouTube channel? Okay, so an opt-in form can only be placed on a website, and website is only one of the properties that your brand exists, and it cannot be placed on multiple places online that I just mentioned, such as Facebook page, YouTube channel, on your blogging platform such as medium.com. You cannot place an opt-in form there because you don't own that property. And an opt-in form takes time to set up. Now, an opt-in form needs to go with a landing page. And if you have several lead magnets on your website, you need to set up several landing pages for those lead magnets. You need to have a separate landing page for each lead magnet, and it's a lot of work to do. If you don't have a team behind you, setting up a landing page to drive traffic to and convert the traffic into subscribers takes a lot of time, right? And the biggest problem with opt-in form is that the only way that people can become your subscriber, can give you their email address, is to type. That's the problem with opt-in form. People need to type, and it's not always the best time for people to type. So imagine this. Imagine you have an opt-in form. Without all these drawbacks, without all these disadvantages. Imagine that for a second. Imagine having an opt-in form that you can place on online properties that you don't own, such as Facebook, such as YouTube, such as LinkedIn. Imagine having an opt-in form that takes 10 seconds to set up. Imagine having an opt-in form that people don't need to type to give you their email addresses. So there's no opt-in form like that. It's impossible for you to have an opt-in form like that. But there's a very good alternative for that, which is an opt-in URL. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create an opt-in URL. And I believe that at Boost, we actually invented this concept, and I'm going to show you why this concept is so powerful. Now, go to Boost and create a sign up URL. So let me show you how it works. So let's create a new campaign, and let me show you how it works. So in this case, my audience is on Facebook. That means that they are logged in to their Facebook account. So in this case, I want to collect email addresses from their Facebook profiles. So let's give it a name. So demo Facebook audience. Let's give it a name. Let's give it a cancel URL. So when they don't want to give the email address, they can click on the cancel button, and it redirect them to this URL right here. And these fields are optional, so I'm gonna leave them empty for now. So let's continue to step 2. So at step 2, what you can select is from what social networks you want to get the email addresses from. So in this case, because my audience is on Facebook, it means that if they see my post, it means that they are logged in to their Facebook account. So in this case, I'm gonna only use Facebook. I'm gonna show you how to use other options in combination together a little bit later. But now I'm going to use Facebook because I'm going to share on my Boost user group, which is on Facebook right here, and I know that they are logged into Facebook. So let me leave it like this and continue right here. At this step, I can decide what services I want to synchronize the data that I collect to. So if my service is not listed here, I'm going to select Zapier. So in this case, I'm gonna select Active Campaign and sync to Active Campaign. Here I can select the list that I want to sync to and select the tag that I want to tag the audience who gets this lead magnet with. In this case, I'm gonna skip this and I'm gonna just set Facebook at step 2 and nothing in step 3. Okay, so nothing here, and let's create a campaign. So it is just as easy as that. Now you can have more advanced options, which I will show you in other videos, but you can use your own social apps or your own domains. It takes some time to set up, but once it's set up, then you can use it without having to think about it. But for now, I'm going to use the default options, and as you can see, it's pretty easy to set up. Now after you set up your campaign, creating a opt-in URL for your lead magnet is very simple. So let's say that I want to send people this lead magnet right here, this free report right here, in exchange for their information, which is their email address and their names. So in this case, I'm going to send people directly to the lead magnet instead of a thank you page. You can use a thank you page in this case, but for this example, I'm going to send people directly to the lead magnet. So let me create a opt-in URL for that lead magnet. So let's select the campaign that I just created right here and enter the URL to the lead magnet and click on Create Boost URL. And it's as simple as that. Now let me post it on Facebook on my Boost user group. So I'm here in my Facebook group, which is where my audience hang out, and now I can send them to the lead magnet and get their email address at the same time. So without this social opt-in URL, what I need to do is I need to put the landing page URL right here, and people need to go to the landing page and they need to put their information in an opt-in form, which is a lot of additional steps. And you know that when people take more steps, they're less likely to convert. So with an opt-in URL, I can put it anywhere that I want. It is not limited by the places that it can be placed on, like an opt-in form. It can be placed anywhere that I want. So let's say that I want to share this URL right here. I can just copy it and share it in a post on my Facebook group, and I'll say something like this: this is an example lead magnet. Click on the link and continue with your Facebook account to access it. The key here is to be clear on what happened next after people click on the link. The same thing with a landing page. When people click on it, it is clear that they needs to enter their email address. Here, because it is just an URL, you need to be even more clear on what happens next. So the key is to be clear, not just hoping people will click on the button without thinking. Being clear on what happened next to them and how are you going to do with their information. And maybe something like this: we will also send more info to your email address. So something like this would make people appreciate it. If they want the lead magnet, they will continue with their Facebook account and give you their email address for sure. If they don't want it, they can click on cancel. So the key here is, again, make it clear what happened next for people to know what's going to happen basically to their data. Okay, so let me post this and let me go to the URL to show you what happens. Or I can just click on the preview of Facebook right here. As you can see, it redirects me to a consent page. Please ignore this because I am the owner of the app. This is only shown to the owner of the app. Normal visitors will not see this. So again, I am redirected to a consent page where I can give the person who is giving me the URL to go to the email address, right? So it stated clear here that Boost.link will receive the name, profile picture, and email address. You can replace it and the logo right here with your own app's name and logo inside Boost settings. So, but for now, I'm going to show you how it works when clicking on this button right here. And this is what I was talking about. If people don't want the lead magnet, they will click on cancel and don't give you their email address. But if they want the lead magnet, they can click on continue. And this is much simpler than filling out a form with name and email address. When they click on this, they will be redirected to the lead magnet that I want to share with them, and their email address will be collected right here. So let me refresh this real quick to show you that my email address is collected without me having to type anything at all. So as you can see here, I am redirected to this example report that I created here, and here on the dashboard my information is collected: name, first name, last name, and email. Not just that, also my social profile. And this is great if you want to research your subscribers, if you want to know who they are, or even reach out to them personally on social media. As you can see, it also collects some more information that the social networks provide. So each social network will provide you with different sets of information. So this is great for researching your subscribers, for learning about your customers, and reaching out to them personally on social media. So that's how simple it is to create a sign up URL or an opt-in URL, comparing to having to create an opt-in form and a landing page for each lead magnet. This is much simpler, and whenever you want to create a new URL, because you already create a campaign right here, you can just select your existing campaign right here and put in a different lead magnet URL. So it's very simple like that. So now I will show you how to create a more advanced version of this opt-in URL, a smarter version of this opt-in URL. So in the previous example, I share this link on Facebook. So I only want to shorten it with Facebook because I know that people on my Facebook group are logged in to their Facebook account. So there's no reason to shorten the URL using Google or something else, because I know they are on Facebook. And I'm not sure if they are logged into Google or not, but the fact that they are on Facebook shows me that they are logged into their Facebook account. So that's why I used Facebook in that case. So for other cases, you're not sure what your visitors are logged in. So you're not sure whether they're logged into Facebook, Google, Twitter, or anything else. What you can do with Boost is create a smart opt-in URL. A smart opt-in URL. Let me explain. So a smart opt-in URL can detect whether the person is logged into what social network. And in this case, I'm not gonna leave LinkedIn. I'm not gonna show LinkedIn because LinkedIn doesn't work in this case. But for other services here, we can detect whether that visitor is logged into their social account. So let's say that I want to check if my visitor is logged into Facebook first, and then check if he is not logged into Facebook. I will check Twitter if he is logged into Twitter or not. If he is not logged into Twitter, I will go to Google and collect his Gmail address. So I'm going to show you an example here, and I'm going to log out of my Facebook account, and I am already logged in my Google account right here, and I'm not logged into Twitter. And I'm going to show you how the detection works and how this is going to give you more email addresses, more email subscribers. Okay, so I'm going to save change right here. So here's how it works. You can change the priority here to tell the opt-in URL the priority that you want the opt-in URL to check. So in this case, it's going to check Facebook first, then it's going to check Twitter, and then Google. Okay, so I'm not logged into Facebook, I'm not logged into Twitter. Let's see if it can detect Google in this case. So let's save change and save change again. And so this is the URL right here. Let me go to the URL and see if it redirects me to the Google page where I can select the email address that I can continue with. As you can see, because I'm logged into Google and I'm not logged into Facebook, I'm outside of Facebook right now, I'm outside of Twitter, it knows that I am logged into Google and redirects me to the social network that I'm logged in. In this case, it is Google. So this is great for when you want to post your opt-in URL, but you're not sure what they are logged in, what your visitors are logged in. So let's say that you post your links on platforms like Medium or Quora or any other places outside of these social networks. You may want to use this. to maximize the number of email addresses that you can get. So that's how a smart opt-in URL works. Keep in mind that this feature doesn't work with LinkedIn, so when you want to use it, just don't turn on LinkedIn. If you want to use LinkedIn, then you can use it alone like this here. So I hope this video has helped you understand how flexible an opt-in URL is and why it is a great alternative to an opt-in form. If your visitors are on your website, maybe opt-in forms are still great tools to collect leads, but if you have your brand on different online properties such as social media, such as blogging platforms, such as YouTube, you may want to use an opt-in URL so that you don't need to create landing pages and opt-in forms for your visitors to opt in, and your visitors don't have to take an extra step or several extra steps actually when they have to go to the landing page and then typing in an opt-in form to opt into your email list. With this opt-in URL, you can get more email subscribers from more traffic sources and give them an easier time subscribing to your email list. So let me know what you think about an opt-in URL in the comment down below, and will you use it in your marketing strategy? Thank you and see you in the next video.